Welcome to the HelloWorld video. My goal is not just to make one video where I show you how to code a HelloWorld application, but to show you some of the other tools and techniques that are being used in the DevOps community. By DevOps, I mean Dev stands for developer, like a code developer, and Ops stands for the people in operations who maintain the servers, help deploy the applications, so forth. So, the steps involved normally are you would gather business requirements for the application, make architecture decisions like what language are we going to code the application in, what kind of servers are we deploying it on, so forth. You would code the app, the application, test the app, deploy the app, and when you deploy it, you would take it from the developer's workstation to a continuous integration server, to a development server, to a QA server, and on to a production server, and maybe some other ones, training, staging, production fix, performance, so forth. Now I'm going to assume that you've already downloaded and installed Java for this demonstration, so I'm basically skipping some steps. We're not going to gather business requirements. We're going to assume we've already made our architecture decisions, and we're just going to code the app in Java. And you want to make sure you download the JDK, the Java Developers Kit, and not the JRE, the Java Runtime Environment. But actually, when you install the JDK and keep the default settings, it will install both. And here's the URL for getting the JDK. Now, if I go out to a command prompt on my Windows 10 and I type Java, okay, it found that. It knows where to find it, so I can go Java-version and see that we're running 1.8.0 and then subversion 111. However, if I'm going to compile our Java application, I need to run javac. And Windows does not know how to find that, so I need to be setting up a Java home environment variable. So first thing we need to do is figure out where Java is installed. So let's go to the root of our file system, do a directory listing. Now I know it's under program files. Now when we set up this environment variable, it's not good to have spaces in it, like the space between the word program and files. So we need to figure out what the shortened version of that directory name is. So we do a dir/x and see that it's progress squiggly 1. So that's what we want to use to build our path for the Java home. Now notice we have both the JDK, the Java Developers Kit, and the Java Runtime Environment installed. I want the Java home to be pointing to the JDK. So now I'm going to copy and paste this in as an environment variable. So we go edit mark so we can copy this. Make sure we grab the whole thing, hit enter. Now we're going to go to our environment variables. Edit the system environment variables. And we don't want a user variable, we want a system variable. So we're going to do a new one. And we'll paste in our value. Control V. Now we got to open up a new window. If I do javac from this window, it's not going to find it. But now it should be defined. Okay, there's one other thing I forgot to do. We have to put the bin directory under Java Home in our path. So here's our path. Edit this. I'm going to put a new entry in here. Since I've already put in the Java home environment variable, we can refer to that just like some of these other ones are defined and specify the bin directory. Now let's try this again. Okay, it found it. That's it for this video. In the next one, we'll actually write our HelloWorld application.